Megan, how are you?
To see you. I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you too. So I do want to start. I know we used to be Twitter friends, but also I you wrote for one of my favorite characters of all time because I have a cat named Benjamin Wyatt the cat, and he's not in here. He's out there. But I was like, I have to start this conversation
I'm
by talking about
so
Ben
honored.
Wyatt.
That is amazing. And that's a great name for a cat. Congratulations
He's
to
great.
you
Thanks.
both.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. But with this show in particular, it's very fun because it's a world we know. It is with characters that we know really well. And so for you as a writer, what was kind of the joy of Bumper outside of, just Adam Devine being Adam Devine? What was the fun of like getting to write that character for this?
No, it was in some ways it felt like an amazing opportunity to write fan fiction for something that I already loved. I was a big Pitch Perfect fan, and I also am a big Adam Devine fan separately. And in given the opportunity, Elizabeth Banks and Max Handelman, our producers, they sort of had the vague idea of making a bumper show, possibly set in Berlin because of the DSM connection of the movies. And I just felt like that sounded like the perfect project for me. I was like, I get the sense of humor. I also love the fish out of water aspect. So it was really just a ton of fun to play in someone else's sandbox, if that's a phrase.
Is and it is fun because it's poking fun at parts of Pitch Perfect. Like one of my favorite moments, and it's in the trailer, is when they are making fun of the riff-offs and they're like, Americans love riff-offs. But it's also new and fresh. And so was that kind of your goal from the jump to make it flow, but also make it very original to the story that you were trying to tell?
Yeah, totally. Like it was a real balance and push and pull of how do we make the Pitch Perfect fans feel honored and make sure that the franchise feels alive in this show while also giving Bumper and Peter an opportunity to just like mature and grow and meet a ton of different people. So I think that you bring up a great example of that with the riff off where it's a Pitch Perfect staple filtered through a very German, Jamila Jamil's German accent
Mhm.
lens.
Yeah, and I think I was going to bring up Jamila next, so that's great because what I like about the Pitch Perfect movies was for many people, they were slightly unknown casts
Mhm.
because I was a Spring Awakening kid, so I knew who Skylar Astin was, but most people probably wouldn't off the street at that time. And Anna Kendrick was kind of like the pull versus like as the movies progressed, it like we kept getting more and more people and seeing like, oh, Haley Steinfeld can sing and stuff like that. But this show has Bumper, who we already know, Flula, who we met in Pitch Perfect, and then we also have Jamila, who is well known. And so, how did you guys kind of try and find the balance of like getting star power, but you still have characters that are new and we don't know those people yet?
I mean, definitely, I would love to shout out the member of our ensemble cast who's the least known is a woman named Lyra Abova who plays Taya. And
Mm-hmm.
she truly, this is like her first real acting job. And she did such an amazing job. And I'm so excited that we get to like introduce her to the world because she is a German model and is also like the loveliest person. And it's really fun to find new people like that. But I also think, we shot the entire show in Berlin. And so every other supporting cast member is a local Berlin actor. And it was also amazing to get to dip into that talent pool. There's a woman
Mm-hmm.
in the show named Katharina Thalbach who plays Ursula, who
Yeah.
is very famous in Germany, but is fairly unknown in America. And she is like the funniest person I've ever worked with. And I was like, I do believe she should be the biggest star around the world. So that was exciting too.
So, like, here is your format on Peacock. You are now going to be everyone's
Yeah, but I
favorite
was like, I
America
think I have to write a movie for
for just
a
Ursula.
German woman who's like truly down to do whatever weird bits you give her. So
Oh, it's so amazing. I can't wait for everyone to get to see it. Thank you so much for talking with me today, and it's so nice seeing you.